Alright guys, first of all, actually no more than a couple of months ago, Supermassive Games came out with the news that a spiritual successor to Until Dawn game going by the name The Quarry is in the making, with the company actually described to be a cinematic horror adventure game that will actually work exactly the same. Now, Quarry, however, has no direct connection to any of the company's previous games, but you can expect a number of new features added this time around. Check it out, this game's coming to all consoles and PCs on June 10th.
So we got a 3 lives kind of bonus thing in the deluxe edition, and also once you played it through once as well, we unlock that. It's just in case you did something you just think, oh, I really didn't want to do that one. You get a choice, a little thing will pop up saying, do you want to use one of your lives? When you die, it's not because you may have just done, but it's only 3, so it's a bit of a token towards traditional old-fashioned arcade games. There's couch play where you can sit down, like a kind of party play really, you sit down with 2 to 8 people and you bags your character. And each one of those...
Coming up behind that, we have The Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. Well, probably one of the longest awaited DLCs in the making, actually packing so much new content that won't even fit in the whole video if I made one today. Therefore, I highly recommend you watching this trailer if that is your thing. The good news is High Isle releases on June 6th for PCs and on June 22nd the same year for the PlayStation and Xbox consoles as well. Take a look.
Inequity rips at the very fabric of society. The profligate few lead lives of excess, but comfort breeds complacency. These highborn have no idea what lies beneath. Society's outcasts are trapped here. But in the end, we are all trapped. A fish rots from the head down. And the only cure is to cut it off. We are the sword. We are the Ascendant.
At number 3, we have DNF Duel, which actually we're still not sure if it'll eventually land on all platforms at the same time. Nonetheless though, the fine folks at the company just came up with a brand new trailer, and apparently the game is releasing on June 28th now. We'll take a look. DNF Duel, in case you are new to, is a one-on-one kind of fighting game, hence why it looks so much like the new Guilty Gear game, because it's from the same company. That's right, Arc System Works has been once again killing it. Take a look.
세상에서 만나자. 오케이, 사냥의 시간이다. 너무 늦어.
I've actually mentioned this one just once and over a week ago, but well, just in case you didn't catch up on that news, apparently Sega's own team, the original team, I mean, from all the way back, is now once again working on a brand new two-dimensional entry in the Sonic franchise, and that we're going to be hearing more about it real soon. That said, though, on the other hand, we have Sonic Origins that now launches on June 23rd for consoles and PCs, and basically what it is that it remasters the first 3 Sonic games from all the way back. Check it out in case you missed it.
There's a reckoning coming.
On the other hand, we have Outriders World Slayer. Technically speaking, the company's most awaited DLC that was promised to feature a full developed new campaign that is supposed to expand upon the Outriders' main story. World Slayer over here releases on June 30th into all consoles in addition to PCs and will cost you about $40. And this one over here is the trailer. Take a look.
If we don't find a way to stop what's coming, there will be nowhere for us to hide.
You've been fighting for so long that you've lost sight of what is true. There is no saving humanity. Humanity is already dead.
Will test your skills, and you'll have to make the most of your character capabilities to emerge victorious.
Alright guys, Retro Forge, which is some real good developers if I say so myself, not just now, but a little less than a month ago, finally came out with the reveal of a release date on Soldiers. Well, in case you are new to a 16-bit inspired Souls-like Metroidvania hardcore platformer, and apparently now the game is coming to all consoles in addition to PCs come June 2nd. Check it out. To accompany that great news, folks also came up with a brand new trailer.
Soldiers also introduces a level up mechanic that differentiates it from the more standard Metroidvania. With every fight you become more stronger and get experience, and you can level up to get more power-ups.
First, you get improved stats for your character that will allow you to face more and more powerful threats.
But more important, each level up will earn you a mastery point. Each soldier class has a unique skill tree available to them.
I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune.
On the other hand, we have Sony coming out with the release date for this remastered Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection that has been actually cooking in the oven for a while for its PC release, and it'll actually happen now on June 20th. So check it out if you do like action adventure and the old games and the old Tomb Raider ones. In case you are new to this one, however, this Uncharted collection is probably the biggest no-brainer of a game in today's video. Take a look.
And for what? Let's finish this!
How long we been chasing this thing, huh? You and me.
Their new real-time strategy that is all based on the Starship Troopers universe. With a single-player campaign that holds 21 missions, you will actually experience the same story as in the classic movie.
Moving on, we have Starship Troopers Terran Command, a real-time strategy game at its core being developed by the same studio behind Order of Battle, World War II, good game actually. Terran Command, over here we know, will feature more than 20 missions or stages in campaign. Actually, I don't really know much more besides that. Here's a new trailer. The game itself releases into PCs only on June 14th. This was actually a long time coming. In fact, it was announced a little more than a year ago, but actually in the making or in development for a really long time. We have MX vs ATV Legends, which was supposed to be released a couple of weeks ago, instead now releasing on pretty much all consoles and PCs on June 28th. This new game, as far as I'm concerned, will include better physics. It comes with a ton of new terrains. Not just that, it'll also include a 2-player split screen and online play. Check it out. Guys, moving on, we have got Madison, this psychological horror game in the making since last year. Some of you might have been familiar with the trailer over here from earlier. I will say that Madison is actually one of the standout first-person horror game projects in the making in terms of graphics, and for those of you actually been waiting to hear more about it, this game is finally now coming to basically every single platform on June 24. Here's a new trailer. I think I didn't have enough time to mention this one earlier, I guess, but alongside the news that Street Fighter 6 is now being fully developed, and also Capcom celebrating its 35th anniversary this year, this new Capcom fighting game collection is also on the way, that apparently brings over some 10 of the company's classics to consoles and PCs, and they will all include new features and online play, in addition to some rollback netcode as well. Check it out, this whole thing will actually happen on June 24. Take a look.
Body teleported here from a parallel world!
The base sequence was an exact match with the left half that was found.
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen.
And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today.
The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
Alright, Spike Chunsoft just announced AI, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, which is basically a murder mystery puzzle game and a point-and-click adventure mix of a game at the same time, for those of you new, now releasing on June 24 as well. Nirvana Initiative will be coming to PCs, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4. If you are a Nintendo Switch owner, you're just gonna have to wait a little while longer though. Check it out. This is indeed the direct sequel to AI, the Somnium Files from just a few years ago.
The Bats 490 video. I don't really want to talk about him.
This place is...
It's the cathedral.
But I'm sure there's no need to explain what happened.
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
It's my life.
That's when I
And I'm
realized.
dedicated to solving this case.
You will someday.
Ryuki! Aiba!
The half-body serial killer.
Something to do with the Nirvana
You
Initiative?
need to solve this. You can do it.
No forgiveness, no mercy, never!
Bon voyage to our old pals Cuphead, Bugman, and the lovely Miss Chalice.
Coming up behind that, finally, we have one of the most anticipated DLCs ever, Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course, that is releasing June 30th for whatever platform the game's already available on, in case you should know. We know that it'll feature a brand new playable character, as you could tell, named Mrs. Chalice. It'll also include some better gameplay, we believe, in addition to a new island and some more weapons. Check it out here.
Don't forget to pack your mittens. Look out for the walloping winter whale. Next stop, the dramatic Western Plains under the watchful eye of Sheriff Winchester. Yee-haw! But what's this? Why, it's Chef Saltbaker with his famous cookies. He's the best baker in the land. His cookies are sure to put some pep in your step. Oh! And you'll need it. For there's a new challenge waiting around every corner on the amazing DLC Island.
On the other hand, NIS America just released a brand new trailer for Disgaea 6 Complete. Now, this is in case you're wondering, basically, Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny, that was released last year for Switch, it'll now include whatever DLC they actually came up with earlier, some better visuals and performance, and well, I'm not sure, but I've also heard some extra content. Check it out. The tactical role-playing game releases on PCs and the PlayStation consoles only on June 28th.
The Ultra Chroma Power Squad Prism Rangers! I wish to protect my students, even at the cost of my life.
Should it become evident that your claim of defeating the god of destruction is a lie, you will immediately be put to death.
One more time, one more night. 感じたい君のために震える願いを響け果てない夢はない何度だって泣きじゃく
To the France or To the Fonts is also making a return. The new game, To the Fonts 2022, we know will introduce an all-new Race of the Moments mode thing where players can compare their results online with other players. Just in case you are wondering, this is a series of pro cycling video games that date back to more than 10 years ago. This new game will actually hit the Xbox and the PlayStation consoles in addition to PCs on June 9th this year. Check it out in case you missed it. On the other hand, we have Spellforce 3 Reforced, which is also on its way to consoles finally in June 7th this year for the price of $40. Good news is, this upgraded version will actually be free if you already own the game on your PC. Overall, however, in case you are new to the franchise, Spellforce 3 over here is a mix of RPG and real-time strategy games, one that's significantly focused on its story. Good games, actually they mostly come by with very positive review scores as well, so take a look. Alright, around the same time last year, if you remember, we had the announcement that Metal Max Xeno Reborn would actually be coming over to West. And well, back then there was actually a lot of hype going on with the reveal and ever since. The good news is now, this open world turn-based action RPG Japanese mix is finally making its way overseas and into PCs and the PlayStation 4 only on June 10. To accompany that news, folks behind the game also came up with this. And last but not least, we have Meteor World Acta, Badge and Daga. In case you're not familiar with what's called a superpowered detective noir visual novel. Now, this thing actually was first launched June last year and in Japan only. It is now releasing worldwide once again on June 10th with Japanese voices all over again, but subtitles in English and Chinese. Check it out in case you are a fan.
凍えるような青い炎をどこに向かっていつもない瞳の車愛さえ描く I just keep on I'm acting 抜からせない過去向かい寄るため息まるで非常